the counter punch.
Back is Sports Talk here on Atlantic Television Network, and I have with me Temple Lepo this hour.
It's a delightful day. Good to be here, Mr. Siri. Good morning.
Mike is here as well.
It's always a pleasure doing this with you, sir.
Let's get started, and of course, we'll start on the local scene as usual, where the Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Ewan Eno, has issued a rallying call to Team Nigerian athletes, urging them to strive for excellence ahead of the 2024 African Games coming up in Accra, Ghana. Epo, it's a few days to the African Games coming up in Accra, Ghana. And Team Nigeria is intensifying preparations, and this has been...
Yes, our athletes are preparing massively. A few days from now, it will start. Over the weekend, formally, it will start, and from next week, Monday now, we'll start talking about the All-African Games. And from what I've seen so far, I have no doubt that our athletes are well prepared for this.
Well, talking about camp, and we have them spread across a couple of Nigerian cities, Lagos, Ibadan, Bayelsa, and Gombe, respectively. Mike, are you expecting the sports minister to make this visit across all the camps here in Nigeria?
I don't think so, because there's a whole lot of move around the camps. But then I think starting from the visit that he had already paid yesterday, that would do the job. He has other people.
I think Lagos is going to be a beehive of activity come this year, September. And from what I've seen so far, the support of the government is there. The schools are preparing massive facilities. They've set up committees. They have also seen, but the governor himself came down to see what is happening. And for me, it's lovely. Finally, this just to show that they are well prepared for this. I think it doesn't get better than this, because when the time comes, it will be talk of the town, and it also boosts the economy of the regions where these particular ones will be hosted come September.
Well, Mike, talking about the hosting of the University Games, we understand that will be in September this year, two Nigerian universities University Games. But of recent, of University Games, are we expecting to see, a couple of Nigerian athletes discovered from these 3,000 that were participating this year's at University Games?
Definitely, that should be the whole essence or the primary of this university. That is another great platform that Nigeria can use to make way to discover new athletes that can be able to host the flag of Nigeria whenever.
That will be, superintending these University Games. At least, do we have federations sending their coaches and, talent hunters to the event to see whether they can have, university talents that are even better than some of which they already have on the table?
Sincerely, some games you get to see the state, the universities get to look into the instructors that they have, but this is beyond that. I mean, you can't go to Toriola in tennis. He's a good coordinator and a good coach. I can manage affairs because of his work, but they have that we must get people directly from these federations across the country. We're also going to see the foreign universities coming from, the continent, also sending their people, because at the continental level, it is not just about the university alone. So I expect to see, an organized system whereby we're going to see coaches all across, just to ensure that this is a reality.
This is another veteran, that's a veritable ground where talents have always been discovered. If you remember, in the past, we've had several police officers who has represented Nigeria and brought honors to her as...
Yesterday, I think it's clearly an indication that we can also spot one or two talent from the police game out there. We've seen in the past the likes of sportsmen and women who have also...
There's Gloria Rosie, a notable police officer who has won gold for Nigeria, at an international meet.
Yeah, we also heard in time past that Julius Agahua was also a police officer who came through that rank in footballing. And again, we've seen it in the past where we've seen actually a great talent coming out from that angle. But talking about the performance of Glory Ama yesterday was very, very impressive. And if we can also continue to keep a close tab and organize this kind of game every now and then, I assure you there's nothing stopping us from churning out talent from this police game.
Well, away from the police games and the discovery of talent coming on the 18 event. Epo, the under 18 handball girls of Nigeria has been impressive from ahead of this tournament.
Yeah, they have. We saw clearly how they were able to, when they participated in the continental game, they did in it. They are picking that they won that particular one. That ensured that they are going to represent at the intercontinental level. I think that with the massive preparation, the girls are on high, and this is how it should be. I mean, from one level to the other, just to develop them and also to groom them. The exposure now is here, and the girls are already basking in the euphoria of what they stand to gain or do in Uzbekistan.
And the 18 handball team in Uzbekistan, and we understand they will take on Guadeloupe and of course play New Caledonia in this championship. There don't seem to be names that Nigeria should be afraid of, but this is handball and it's at youth level under 18. Mike, what are chances of the under 18 handball girls against Island of Guadeloupe and the New Caledonia?
I think we have a great chance in this very one. Just like you said, the teams that are there are not teams that you may say that they are going to trouble us, but then this is championship where every team that comes for such a competition will also want to put their countries on the map. I listened to the coach of the Nigeria under-18 just a few hours ago, where he was talking very tough, saying that he has confidence on his players out there, and he truly knows the responsibility that has been imposed on him and the players as well to deliver. And therefore, he said that he's not going to take anything to chances, that they are going to give 100, not 100, he said 200%. And for me, if coach comes out to make such a very strong statement, it clearly tells you the confidence that he means in the camp of the under-18. So for me, if you ask me, we have a glorious chance to go out there, not just to go and make up the number.
A bit difficult as we speak. A lot of reasons has been adduced as to why Nigerian D Tigers lost all 3 qualifiers, in Monastir, Tunisia. Initially, they were pulled out of the tournament for no funds. Intervention of the sports ministry led to their late arrival 6 hours before their very first game, and as if that was not enough, there has been
to that distraction. And I have no doubt also that if everything is rightly done, we're going to see them even So I think that the onus now lies in the administration of the federation to prepare.
I expect the administrators to follow up this calendar and ensure that funds necessary for competitions are provided ahead of the competition. A situation where it is departure date and there's no fund to even pay flight tickets. We should have check up with the different federations so that we don't get ourselves embarrassed the way we were embarrassed last year, where the female basketball team was pulled out of the World Cup because of administrative lapses, and even the D Tigers a couple of days ago could not even travel to Tunisia because they had no funds before the intervention of the sports ministry. Let the sports ministry intervene